My name is Steffen Diez. I'm working for 25 years now for Heidelberg Instruments. Today I'm the CEO for Heidelberg Instruments, and I was the product manager for the MLA 150 when it was introduced. Let me provide some context first. Although we already promoted our tools for direct writing, I realized when I visited customers or also talked to customers that most of them were using our tools to fabricate photomasks. Especially in multi-user facilities, they use, for example, the DWL66 to produce photomasks and then use them with several mask aligners. In other institutions, they didn't have a mask writer at all, so they ordered the mask from a service provider and used them then again in their mask aligners or other mask-based tools. So we realized that there is a big potential for us to increase our market share by replacing those mask aligners. And that was, of course, then also the goal for the MLA 150 to be as close as possible to the performance of a mask aligner. And that, in simple words, was also the mission of the MLA 150, to replace all mask aligners, especially in the field of research and development. As I already mentioned, our goal was to be as close as possible to the performance of a mask aligner and to be compatible to all the processes of a mask aligner. And mask aligners are fairly simple tools and easy to operate, while our systems had the reputation to be quite complicated to use. So one goal was to really improve the usability of our system. And one important thing for the usability is, of course, the user interface. And before, I mean, we always developed the user interface with the input from the engineers and not from the customers, from the users. And also the first approach for the MLA 150 was more like a operating system of the tool and not really a user interface. So then we sat together and decided that we really have to develop it from the view of a student who is using the system. And that was then the moment where we started really to develop a user interface which was really easy to operate. And at the same time, we also tried not only to optimize the user interface, but also the operation of the system in general. And that became then our MLA philosophy to keep the things as simple as possible. In the beginning, it wasn't easy to convince customers that the MLA 150 was a real alternative to the mask aligner. Many customers pointed out that the exposure time is much longer compared to a mask aligner. So we put our emphasis to explain that development cycle is the much more important specification for R&D. And what we also didn't realize in the beginning, how attached our customers were to the mask aligners. But considering that tools are around for almost 60 years, it's maybe also not so surprising. So we had to do smart marketing, and also with the use of our beta site customers who provided very good use cases for the MLA 150, we were finally able to win over most of the skeptics. So in my opinion, there were on one side the early adopters who immediately catch the advantages of maskless lithography, and especially in the United States, we had the first customers who used the tool, and it was immediately a big success in the clean room. On the other side, there were customers, like I mentioned before, who stuck to the old technologies, and it took time to convince them that there are a lot of advantages using maskless lithography. I remember two situations when I talked to customers who just bought the MLA 150 or were about to buy the MLA 150. I mean, one was the head of a clean room at the Chicago University who equipped a new clean room with equipment, and he bought mask aligners but also the MLA 150, and he told me that he didn't even unpack the mask aligners after he used the MLA 150 for the first time. So that was a very nice quote, actually. And then I also remember a discussion with another clean room manager where we tried to explain the advantages of the MLA 150 and also our goal to replace mask aligners. And so he had really doubts in the beginning, also because of the exposure time, but also that it's new technology. But when we explained the advantages, especially when it comes to cycle time, or also the great performance for alignment accuracy and things like that, he totally changed and finally asked us to let him know when we have an IPO so that he can buy some stock. So that were two really nice examples for customer reactions to the MLA 150. I think the MLA 150 was the biggest success story in the history of Heidelberg Instruments. And of course, I'm proud that I was a part of it, but it was also a lot of fun working with the engineers together, working with the customers together, and also to see that such a collaboration is really successful. And I think that it's not only the success of the MLA 150 as a product generating revenue, but also that we were able to bring this technology into the clean rooms. I mean, today we have much more competitors who jumped on this train, and the MLA 150 was, the first tool which were able really to replace mask aligners in the field.